Morning everyone. Today is the last day we're going to write about the Beegu story, and today I've got quite a fun activity for you because I want you to design Beegu's home. In the story we only see the outside of Beegu's spaceship, and I want you to design the inside of the spaceship. And once you've done that, I want you to label it, to tell me what the different parts are, and I also want you to add some adjectives into your labels so you're describing the different parts, just like we did last week when we were describing Beegu's character. We sometimes call those adjectives wow words, don't we, to describe what something looks like. Okay, so I'm going to show you mine now to give you some ideas, show you what I want you to do, and then you're going to have a go at designing your Beegu spaceships. Okay, I wanted to show you my Beegu spaceship designs so you can have a look what I've done up close. At the top here, I have drawn Beegu standing in her spaceship, and then down here, this is Beegu lying in her alien pod bed with a star mobile hanging above her head. And over here, we have Beegu standing in her garden, surrounded by some funny looking trees and flowers that I designed. So now I'm going to start writing my descriptive labels and sentences. Okay, I'm going to start my descriptive labels now. So at the top here, I have my spaceship. Now I need to think of an adjective, a describing word to describe this spaceship. Pause the video here and think about as many adjectives as you can for the spaceship. I'm going to go for yellow and stripy spaceship. So I'm going to write yellow. Up at the top here, blue. O, can you think of an O sound? O, below the snow, yellow, and above it I'm going to write stripy. Split, I, I, and a y makes my E sound. Yellow, stripy. Do you have any more? Round. The spaceship's round, isn't it? So I could write that word at the top too. Sound it out. Ow. D. Okay, there's my adjectives for the spaceship. Here at the bottom, I have Beegu in her garden. So now I want to describe her garden. I'm going to look at the trees and the flowers and think about some more adjectives, some more wow words. So you can pause the video here and think of some of your own. I'm going to go for, starting with the colours, purple, and orange. Orange, bit of a tricky word to write, you can't sound that one out at all. And then I'm going to go for the word wonky because the tree trunks are very wonky or bendy. Wonky and bendy. Okay, last thing I want to think of some adjectives for is the bed. Beegu's pod bed. So I'm going to do an arrow up here so I can write some of my adjectives at the top of the board. So you can pause the video here and think of lots of different adjectives to describe Beegu's bed. Okay, I'm going to go for the word comfy because I think her bed will be very comfy. She does look comfy lying in it, look. Comfy. I'm also going to write the word slimy because she's an alien. I think she'll have some slime in her bed. Slimy. And green as well. I'll write the word green. G-R-E. Okay, now I have lots of different adjectives. This was just to help me a little bit for when I'm writing my sentences. I've got a bank of adjectives now that I can choose from. So now you can pause the video and you can start designing Beegu's home and all of the things inside that spaceship. Then I want you to label with as many adjectives as you can think of and then come back to the video and I'll show you how I want you to structure your sentences today. Okay, now I'm ready to write my sentences, my descriptive sentences using all of those adjectives that I came up with. Now your sentence is going to start with the red word the today. Every sentence will start with the. And because it's the beginning of a sentence, what do I need to remember? Capital letters. Can you remember how to spell the? We have T-H-E, the. Now, after the, you need to put in your object, whatever it is that you're going to describe. I'm going to start with those funny looking trees in Beegu's garden. So I'm going to sound out the word trees on my Fred fingers. T-R-E, E, what can you see? The trees. After you've put your object, I want you to decide which word you're going to choose out of these two words here. Is and are. If I put the word is in my sentence, I need to read it and see if it makes sense. The trees is. Okay, now let's try my other word. The trees are. The trees is, the trees are. Which do you think sounds right? It's are, isn't it? And the reason I put are in red is because it is a red word spelling. The trees are. Now I need to think about those adjectives that I came up with before. How did I describe those trees? I remember saying that they were wonky because they had wonky trunks. So the trees are wonky. Now, there's a word that I want you to put in your sentences today, and that word is and. I want you to use and today to join your adjectives together, okay, and make your sentence a little bit longer. So the trees are wonky and I need to think of another adjective to put in here. The trees are wonky and how else did I describe those trees? Orange. And I can't forget my full stop at the end of my sentence. Okay, let's have a go at one more. I'm starting my sentences with what word today? The. Capital letter. The. This time I'm going to describe the bed that Beegu sleeps in. The bed. That's a nice easy one for me to sound out. The bed. Okay, I'm going to play around with those two words again, see which one fits best. The bed are. The bed is. What do you think? The bed are, the bed is. The bed is sounds better, doesn't it? Is fits better this time. So I'll pop are back up in my first sentence. The bed is. Oh, how did I describe the bed? I need to think of one of those adjectives. I said it was slimy and that Beegu slept in lots of slime. The bed is slimy. What's that word that I want to see in your sentences today? And before I write another adjective, slimy and green. Not forgetting my full stop. There we go. So you should know how to structure your sentences today. You've already got all of your adjectives written down. So I want you now, underneath your design of Beegu Spaceship, I want you to write some of your descriptive sentences using all of those adjectives. I can't wait to see your designs. Good luck!